right, I gotta be honest with you. I can't find the shoes in my parents' house, and we'll get them some point or another. We'll find them back. I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight to hear me speak. It's my privilege and honor. I'm here for the pre-meal, just like a lot of you. When you look at Jenna, you think, wow, you are just amazing. You look beautiful. This is your night, you know. And you look at Dale and you're like, did she even try? Or what's the deal? You know, like, you probably could have done better, but it'll work, you know, it's okay, you know, we'll get by. A few describing words would be, he's hardworking, loyal, dedicated, brave, unique, athletic, authentic, charming, radical, sophisticated, he's good looking, cheerful, courageous, creative, amazing, toughest guy I know. Those are all words that Dale has described me as the best man. For those that don't know me, I'm Brent from City. I've been in law enforcement for 15 years, and I deal with people like Dale all the time. So, you know, it's hard to explain what it's like. What's your job like? Dale DeYoung. We've known each other for the years, since elementary school, middle school, high school, through the college years when he was in Australia, China, Canada, wherever he was at the time. We've always been able to reconnect. There's a lot of stuff that I cannot talk about tonight because of Clay DeYoung has talked about this statute of limitations in Iowa. So things are still legal on the board that people can get charged at, and I'm not talking about it. And I don't want to jump to conclusions because, you know, I don't want the new in-laws to be cautious. One of the things that Dale and I always did when he came back to the States was hit up Buffalo Wild Wings. And that was our thing, wings, beer, and I would get 30 green olives with olive juice. That's just what I do. He thought one day, why don't we do the Blazing Wings challenge? And I'm thinking, no, not my thing. You know, he's like, are you scared? And I'm like, not at all, but I'll do it, you know. So we did it, and I did it. It was like a firecracker in your mouth. It was, if you've ever done it, it's not my thing. It's tough, it's Dale. So it was Dale, I don't know who was with us at the time, but there was like 5-6 guys, and Dale was the last one to go because he thought we would all bail on him, you know. So he did it, and this is in Sioux City, Iowa, and all of a sudden it's like he's crying, he can't breathe, he's sweating, and he runs out of the store, this restaurant, and jumps in a snowbank and is eating snow like a dog. And from that point, we were never allowed back in the store again. Dale threw me my first alley-oop dunk. I would say one of hundreds that I've had in my career. I was there for Dale's 1,000th point when he scored for Embassy Boyd Valley, which is pretty big. It's a big list. In return, he was there when I went over $1,000 in hunting fines. Heath Baker also involved, just so you know. Anybody else that was involved in that? Yeah, a couple of guys at that table were involved in this whole hunting thing. If you've ever heard about it, you buy me a drink and I might tell you about it. But it was just great. In high school, we were undefeated in pickleball and badminton. Unstoppable duel. You know, it was one of those deals where you do like PE in high school, but we were considered Batman and Robin, Yoda and Luke Skywalker, and my favorite, Shaq and Kobe. One summer we threw 1,457 water balloons, and we shot off 729 fireworks. Heath Baker also involved, along with Brady and Nate, those guys like that. Because of Dale, I just can't stand left-handers. I hate them. Unfortunately, I find out that my oldest daughter's left-handed, so she's out of the family. I was there in 4th grade when Dale had did something and he broke his hand, and you know, I think people were sad. I just laughed at it. Fifth grader it's a big deal for me. I won some major award in fifth grade that out of 120 kids. It's hard to get nominated, but I won this award, fifth grader reader of the month. And what you do is to read these books, you take these tests, and you get points, and the most points for the month gets you reader of the month. And it's basically like winning the Super Bowl, beating the president. It's a big deal. It is a huge deal. And I gotta be honest with you, that month, I haven't told my parents this, but I never read a single book. Dale took the test for me to get the points to win the award. So what's crazy about this whole story is that my parents have believed this story for 27 years, so I gotta give something back to Dale. 1 second here, let me find it. So if you open it up, Dale, that is the certificate I got for Reader of the Month from 1998, March 27th. So, yeah, we cheated, big deal. Who doesn't cheat? I crossed my name off it, put Dale's in it. It's officially notarized in the state of Iowa, so it's legit. Every time I go over a railroad crossing, I have to touch the windshield, with the hand or the left window. And that's just something Dale the young boys did, so I did it. I've only missed it twice in my life, and both times I've been missing it. There has been a train derailment in Iowa, in Sioux County. So it's kind of a scary deal, A lot of power this guy possesses. There's a thing that Dale had that I don't know how he did it either. He had this free breadstick coupon from Pizza Hut. So you would call in and say, I got an order for free breadsticks, 6 free of them, And we've had that thing for like 3 or 4 years, and they never asked for it. So we always got breadsticks one time a week for like 3 or 4 years. And I'm not saying there was a reason, but they went out of business during that time. So there is no Pizza Hut in Orange City anymore. And then, just to kind of end the night off here, just one more story. I remember back in high school, Dale and I were seniors, along with Keith Baker. We basically were like the cheer section for the volleyball team, and they got some big win. It's like the 300th or 400th win, or 500th win or something, and the girls were going to spend the night in the gym. Well, allegedly, Dale, Heath, and I snuck into the school and figured out where these girls were sleeping in the gym to celebrate their win. And we allegedly opened the door and threw in 15 stink bombs and lit them off. It was an air horn, and we escaped the area. But what's really funny is that the school smelled for a week long. It smelled like backup sewer. But we got accused of it. But I know for a fact we weren't there because we were studying at late the night before for school. We were always studying late. That was our thing. So I kind of ended up with a few notches here, and I just say to Dale, this is from one of my good friends that gave me a quote, and he goes, you wake up, she's there. You come back from work, she's there. You fall asleep, she's there. You eat supper, she's there. It sounds like a bad thing, but it's the next best thing, and that's from my good friend Shaquille O'Neal. Marriage, they say, is like a deck of cards. In the beginning, all you need is 2 hearts and a diamond, and 10 years later, you want a club and a spade. The pastor never touched on it tonight, but the pastor never talked on his wedding ceremony. It was a great ceremony, but there's 3 rings of marriage. The engagement ring, the wedding ring, and now Bill we'll be dealing with the suffering. And I actually love all the guys kind of give me the head nod, like the secret idol. It's like there's like 6 tables that guys are like, I get it. So I just tell you, Dale, just a couple things here. You know, remember when you're right, no one is going to remember. But when you're wrong, no one forgets. And it gets worse with marriage. Trust me, it does. And I say this not just to Jenna and Dale, but I say it to everybody out there. But you know, you can always make more money. You can never make more time. So I say, go out and try new things, and travel, and have the best time of your life. And I can't wait to see you guys down the road. And I can't wait to see where it leads you. I'm excited for you guys. I love you guys. Appreciate everything you guys have done for me in my life. So let's raise our glasses. And basically, if you ain't Dutch, you ain't much.